Excuse my appearance. Hey YouTube, it's Delana, aka Call Chaos, your favorite Afro Surrealist artist, and welcome to my studio, or at least like what's left of it. I wanted to come up here and I wanted to talk about and be transparent about creative spaces and the struggle that I've been having for like the past year about this creative space. I'm moving out of this particular space. I wanted to talk about how sometimes having the studio space is not always like effective, or at least it wasn't for me this time. I've struggled with trying to create in this particular space and trying to figure out what it was that was preventing me from really connecting with this space and really creating in this particular space, especially since this is the same building that I had my residency in. And the other space that I had, I was like creating nonstop. I was sleeping in my studio, I was creating, and even though it was messy and colorful and chaotic, like my name, it wasn't like that here for some reason, and I couldn't figure out why. Even though I know I'm good with like adding a lot of pressure to myself and like being able to push out really quality pieces or really good pieces in the end, and having the fire under me helps me like create. Even when I had those moments, I wasn't doing it here. I was finding myself creating more at home. And the realization that I had was like, you know, I was spending money in a space that was essentially just like a storage space or a meetup spot. And it wasn't really a quality space for me to create. There are a lot of great artists in this space that I haven't, that you know, that have the privilege to be neighbors with, but I couldn't connect here, and I would feel so bad about that. I still feel bad about that. I still feel like, oh, if I give it like a couple more months, I can try. I kept pushing it back of like my move out date. I kept pushing it back. I was like, oh, I can give it another month, or I can track how many times I come here. Essentially, that never happened. That point in time never happened. Yeah. So the bittersweet thing is that even though I have essentially tried to make a space work to the best of my ability, it was a lesson learned. And now it's starting a new beginning for myself, which some artists or some people might deem it as like a step backwards, but I'm doing my best to see it as like a step forward, knowing what I need in a space in order for me to create. Maybe I need to go through the trenches of creating at home and feeling stuffy in my own house to make myself appreciate a foreign space. I don't know. Who knows, you know? But I don't believe that this is a bad thing. I don't take this as a bad thing.